Hi, thank you for joining me today. And today I am playing along with the school YouTube hop organised by Sarah Scraps. And over the next 3 days, we're going to be documenting photos today from elementary school, tomorrow from middle school, and the day after from high school. Now, obviously, I'm in the UK, so our schooling system is slightly different. So I've gone with infant school, which is age 4 to 7. Junior school, which is age 7 to 11, and then high school, which is 11 to 16. So you can see these two photos are of my children when they were 4 and they were just going to infants for the first time. So they start infant school, all our school years start at the beginning of September. So I've chosen simply the best from Pinkfresh Studio to document these photos. And in fact, I'm going to use these papers for all 3 days of the hop. It's been really great fun documenting these memories. So today I decided that I was just going to pull out all the scraps that I had from this collection. I started with one of the pocket cards from the stationery pack, or the journaling pack I think they call it, and then I just grabbed all of the offcuts, if you like, the scraps that I had left over in blocks, and started to build up the background here. So now I've added a fair number of the scraps there. I'm just cutting up this little piece that says "This Rocks" with the arrow on it. I thought that would be a really nice embellishment to add to the page. I thought about using that tag that said "Home," but I didn't really want to bring that orange colour in. I wanted to stick with the blues and greens, so I removed that. And now the photos are both 3x4. I printed the 2 photos onto a 4x6 photo paper, and I'm just matting those onto white cardstock now, just to give that lovely white edge, to give a bit of definition to the photos that are sitting on top of that journaling piece from the journaling pack. It's like a pocket, but I decided not to use it as a pocket. I just used the reverse of it. I like the shape of it, and I wasn't going to use it on anything else. This collection is getting a bit older now, so I just wanted to have fun using the bits that I wanted to use. So that tag that's underneath that says "Just Go With The Flow," that's also from that stationery pack as well, and I just thought that was really nice. So that was added, and then as you can see, I'm just layering bits and pieces up as I go. So I started to glue this together as a mat. I wanted to add a bit of stamping behind the mat, but I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do at this stage, so I'm just gluing everything together, trying to get it straight because everything is very blocky, so it's important that everything is level and straight, but just doing it by eye. So slowly going around and gluing everything down. So as you can see, I've stuck with the greys, the blues and the greens, and there's a tiny bit of mustard that I've poured in at the bottom there. So just gluing those photos onto that piece. Almost there now. And then I decide that actually I want a little bit more at the bottom. So you'll see in a minute I start pulling some of the bigger pieces that I've got left. I'm not sure that I have any of the 12x12 papers left now. I think they've all been cut into. So I'm just going to find another piece to add to extend that bottom. Well, it turns out to be a bit of a shelf. I wasn't intending on doing a shelf layout, but that was just the way it grew organically. So sticking that piece down that I cut out that says "This Rocks," and then you'll see I bring another piece in. I wanted to bring in one of these bulldog clips. These are the new dies that we've got at Hey Little Magpie. I just thought that was a really nice addition and added a bit of height to the top left-hand side because my title's going to go at the bottom right. And again, it's just bringing in that diagonal line that I do enjoy so very much. So here I am bringing another piece in, as I say, at the bottom. I felt I just wanted to extend the bottom a little bit more. So first of all, bringing in this lovely blue. And I think possibly some of these papers are actually from the Good Times paper collection from Pinkfresh. I know at one stage I was using the 2 collections together, and I think I might have got them a bit muddled up. But the colours go so well together, it doesn't really matter. So just gluing that down, and you'll see I decide that I want to bring another piece in as well, just making sure that everything's glued down now. And then I'll bring one more piece into the bottom right. And at first I thought I was going to use this green and blue side, but in fact it's a gorgeous grey on the reverse, a tone on tone, so I do use the grey side in the end. It's just a little bit more subtle. So you can see there's a proper shelf going on there now. After thinking that I was just going to do a photo mat. Isn't it funny how that sometimes happens when you don't really have a plan? You just start building and then you realise what you've done. So just gluing that piece down, and then I can come in with my stamp. So I'm going to pull in one of the Ellie Studio stamps, and it's the Pattern Blocks stamp, which you will have seen me used, I think, last week or the week before. So I'm pulling in the stars because these two are my little stars starting school for the first time, and so excited about it. I know how lucky I am to have twins, so they've always got each other. There's only one form per year at their school, so they were going to be in the same class throughout school together. So it was nice knowing that they were there with each other. So just adding 2 little rows of those stars at the top and at the bottom, and then that helps to guide me to put this map back down. So there you can see. So that's the majority of the layout done now. I'm going to add some stickers. First of all, going into these chipboard circles, they're like chipboard Flair, and there's this one with books, which I thought would work nicely for a school layout. Just deciding where to put it, and I move it over slightly more to the left, just there. And then coming in with the 6x12 stickers, and I find one that's got a little globe on it, and it says "Wake up and conquer the world." So that, again, perfect sentiment for them starting school. And then another one to go on the right hand side, just to mirror that, and this one says "Good things ahead." And again, I just think that works really nicely there. There's also this one that says "Friends." At first I think I'm going to put it underneath that ticket, but in the end I put it below that, just go with the flow there, because they are, even though sometimes they row, they are very good friends. And then this one that says "Just roll with the punches," and that goes above the top right hand photo there, just overlapping the left one to bring them both together. So now coming in with the alphabet from this collection to add the title, and that's just simply reception, which is the school year that they were going into. So I shall just use, I first of all put it on this stamp block, just so that I can see exactly where I want to position it, and then I can transfer it from the stamp block onto the layout. So there you are, there it is on the stamp block, so I can just work out exactly where I want to put it, and I want to start the R just where those stars finish. And then I'm going to add my journaling underneath. And the journaling simply reads, "You were both so excited to be starting infant school at Latchford St James. Your reception teacher, Mrs Gibson, was also from Northern Ireland," because their daddy's from Northern Ireland. So that was quite funny that she was too. And in fact, she's only from down the road from where Ross lived as a child. It's a small world, isn't it? So my roller date stamp doesn't go back to 2011, which was when these photos were taken. So I've just grabbed the tiniest date stamp from Ellie Studio, and I've created the date using that. And finally I'm adding some wax twine to the bulldog clip and just letting that trail down the side of the page before adding some black enamel dots using my Nuvo crystal drops. So just gluing that wax twine in place. And then here I am with the enamel dots. And that's it for today. Please do check the description box down below for everybody else who's joining in on this hop. It's going to be great to see everybody's school photos. I love seeing what everybody does with theirs. Thank you so much, Sarah, for organising this hop and inviting me to join you. I shall see you again tomorrow for my junior school pictures. Thanks again. Bye.